Today, I'm going to be building a team full of former Ohio State players to see if they can win the Super Bowl. And I definitely wouldn't say that this is the best team in the NFL or anything like that, but as you can see, we do have some very solid weapons to work with. I mean, obviously for quarterback, I went with CJ Stroud, but for running back, we have J.K. Dobbins and Ezekiel Elliott. And wide receiver 1 is Terry McLaurin. Wide receiver 2 is Chris Olave. Wide receiver 3 is Jackson Smith-Njigba. And wide receiver 4 is Marvin Harrison Jr. So I feel like CJ Stroud should definitely be able to have one hell of a season. I mean, I'd say this is probably the best wide receiver room in the league right now, but as you can see by the O-line, we do have a few holes, but for the most part they are pretty solid. My biggest concern is definitely tight end, because all of our tight ends are garbage right now. But with the wide receiver room that we have right now, I mean, I feel like we really don't need to rely on having a good tight end, but that's gonna bring us to the defensive side of things. And as you can see, I mean, we do have a lot of superstars on this defense. This actually might be a top 5 defense in the league right now. So after looking at that roster, I mean, I feel like we're definitely capable of winning a Super Bowl with the players that we have right now. But to start off the season, we're going to be taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And I'd like to think that this is a game that we should definitely win. But with that being said, it is also a divisional game, so it's probably going to be pretty close. On paper though, I mean, we have a much better roster than them, so hopefully our offense can go on a tear today. It looks like we're going to have McLaurin open. He didn't get a whole lot of yardage there though, so that is going to bring up a third down, and we need to get 6 yards to stay on the field. We're gonna have the tight end open though, so the 69 overall is gonna pick up the first, but of course there's a holding call, so it's gonna be coming back. I mean, that is just the worst possible outcome there, man. So now instead of having the first down, we need to get 16 yards to stay on the field, and I'm pretty sure we actually might have this. Hold on, Stroud's gonna have it on the ground. I can't believe that just happened, bro. That was terrible defense from Indiana, but I'm gonna see. Oh, dude, hold on. That's gonna be a first down right there. McLaurin's got a massive pickup. And before you get on me, I know I said Indiana. I meant to say Indianapolis, but I'm gonna try and go for a bit of a shot right here. I think that, oh, hold on. I gotta make sure we don't get sacked. That's a big loss. I rolled out the wrong way there, so I couldn't get the ball off, and they did get another stop after that too. So now it's third down once again, and this time we're not gonna get so lucky. I mean, this Colts defense definitely caught me by surprise. I was not expecting them to be on us like that, but we're coming back out here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like I have a chance to take the lead now because we're all tied up at 7, and our field position is great. Olave got knocked off of his route there though, so that was terrible. I don't even care. It's 4th and 5. I could kick a field goal, but I'm gonna go for it instead. And it looks like we are gonna get the first down, so our gamble's gonna pay off, which is nice, because if we didn't pick up the first there, I would be pretty mad at myself for not taking the field goal. But it looks like Zeke is gonna bring it all the way to the 7. I'm just gonna go for another run right here, and hopefully Zeke can punch this in for a touchdown. It looks like he's gonna be in for the score, so that will give us a 7-point lead. The Colts still have 2 minutes to try and tie things up though, and it looks like they were able to get into scoring position after that too. So I gotta bring the defense out and hope that we can get a stop, because if they score here, obviously this game's gonna be headed to overtime. We're gonna get a sack though, so one more stop is gonna put this thing away. I'm just gonna run man coverage and hopefully this works out for me, because it's touchdown or bust right here. I mean, if we stop them, oh, no way, we're gonna get the pick. Okay, I thought he was actually gonna get that for a second, but obviously we were able to come down with the interception, so that is gonna seal the dub for us in week 1. So that's definitely a good start for this team of Ohio State players, but that's gonna bring us to week 2, and it looks like we have a primetime game against the Chicago Bears. And just like the last game, it has been really close. I mean, we're all tied up at 7 with 2 minutes before halftime, so I'm hoping that we can get in here so we can go into halftime with the lead. I'm just gonna go for another run here though, because I do want to kill a little bit of clock. I don't want to take too much time off the clock, but if I do score, I want to make sure that the Bears have like no time to work with. And it looks like Dobbins was able to bring it all the way to the 21-yard line, so we're looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna try and go for Scary Terry. It's knocked away. I know it's not smart to run the same route 2 times in a row, but that's what I'm gonna do here, because if he actually brought that in, that probably would have gone for a touchdown. I'm just gonna play it safe and go for the tight end though, who has the first either way. And it looks like the clocks ran all the way down to 19 seconds, so if we can punch it in for a touchdown here, Chicago's gonna have like no time to work with. That should be it right there. It looks like we're gonna have have Olave in. So that last second touchdown from Olave should bring us into halftime with the lead. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though. We did actually start the second half off with the ball too, but we weren't able to do anything. So now it's 14-10 because the Bears did obviously end up kicking a field goal. That is going to be a huge pickup from Dobbins, who's somehow still up. I mean, we're only in week 2, so I guess this doesn't have too much meaning, but that is still the biggest run that we have had all season so far. So I'm going to see if we can put in the air this time, though. And it looks like we are going to have McLaurin open for another first down. I really want to try and do something with Marvin Harrison Jr., but we really don't have a whole lot of routes where he's active since he is the 4th string. So I might move him up in the depth chart for like a game or two just so we can get some plays with him. But if we can get 1 yard here, that will give us a 2-score lead, and it looks like Smith and Jigba's in. So as long as we can hold on to this, we should be able to sneak out with another dub. And it looks like we were able to do just that. So that is 2 wins to start off the season for this Ohio State team. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to week 10 to see how this team was doing, and it seems like we actually hit a bit of a rough patch because we're 5-4 right now. So obviously that's not the best record, but at least we're still above 500. And in week 10, we're going to be taking on the 5-3 Lions. I mean, with all of the losses that we've had lately, I feel like getting the #1 seed is definitely going to be a bit of a stretch at this point, but we do still have the division for the time being. So I'm hoping that we can at least win the division this season, and obviously the Lions are really threatening to score here, so hopefully our defense can get a stop. I mean, we're all tied up at 7 if you didn't notice, so a touchdown or even a field goal will give them the lead. I'm hoping we can at least hold them to 3 though, because I'd like to go into halftime up by something, even if it's only like a 4-point lead. It looks like they're probably gonna get in though. We're barely gonna stop St. Brown. I mean, we will have a chance to tie it up before the half if they do punch this in, but we're not gonna have a whole lot of time on our hands to do that. We're gonna get the sack though. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna save the drive for this defense, but it's definitely gonna delay the Lions a little bit. So hopefully, oh, hold on. I think everyone's locked up. We might get another one here. We almost got him. I mean, another sack would have been nice, but either way, we're gonna hold them to 3. So if we can go down the field in the minute and 54 seconds that we have and get in for a touchdown, we can still go into halftime with the lead. So I'm gonna start this drive off with a bit of a shot. That actually might work out right there. If McLaurin can bring this in, it looks like he's gonna have it for the touchdown. I mean, I was not expecting to answer back in one play, but I guess that will give us the lead back. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and it looks like we are still up by 4 points right now, and our field position is pretty good as well. So we have a chance to make it a 2-score lead, which would be great. That was almost a first. I'm gonna try and run this route right here though. If it doesn't work out, we only need 2 yards for the first down. Actually, I'm just gonna keep this on the ground with Stroud. I did also bring Marvin Harrison Jr. up a bit in the depth chart because I do want to use him. So hopefully we can get him. Oh, that actually might be a touchdown. That's gonna be close. Oh, he dropped it. That was so close, bro. I mean, I actually thought he held on to that for the touchdown. I didn't really realize it dropped until I saw the replay. We're gonna throw an interception though, so that might come back to haunt us. I mean, that was just a terrible read, man. I mean, thankfully we have a good defense because it looks like they were able to get a stop after that, and they also got the ball into good scoring position as well after that. So we still have a chance to make it a 2-score game. I'm honestly just gonna try and go back to this slant route right here and see if we can get Marv open. It looks like he's gonna have that. So this time he's in for the touchdown, which will make it a 2-score lead. The Lions did score again after that though, so they kept it close right till the end, but that is going to be a pretty big win for this Ohio State team. And it looks like that win against the Lions also kind of helped this team get back on track, because after that I simmed to week 16 and it looks like we're 10-4 right now, and we're going to be taking on the Chiefs, who are also 10-4. I mean, I feel like this is probably going to be our toughest game of the season up to this point. We still have a chance to get the 1 seed as well, because the Bills are only 12-2, or I mean, I guess I shouldn't say only 12-2 because that is clearly a really good record. But my point is, if they lose out, which probably won't happen, we still have a chance to get the 1 seed. We are in trouble right now though. I mean, that's going to be another touchdown from Kansas City to make it a 21-0 game. I mean, as I said, up to this point, this has been like our biggest test of the season, and we are clearly failing right now. I mean, Mahomes is running all over us, so I feel like this is a must-score drive, or this game might be over in the second quarter. I mean, the way Mahomes is playing right now, if we give give the ball up here, there's a pretty solid chance that we go into halftime down by 4 scores. I'm gonna try and go for the tight end. We barely got that ball off, but we're gonna have him. I'm gonna try and go back for Terry McLaurin here, though. If he's locked up, I might just, like, sling it to Dobbins, but hopefully he can get... Actually, we're gonna once again have the tight end wide open, and he'll get out of bounds for us. I mean, dude's only a 70 overall, so I wasn't expecting him to keep getting separation like he is right now, but I'm honestly gonna see if we can get him open again. We're gonna get strip sacked, though, and they might bring this back for a touchdown. I don't think we're going to be able to come back at this point. We're going to be going into halftime down by 4 scores. I mean, we only have 6 seconds on the clock right now, but I was able to get the ball back into scoring position. It looks like Smith-Njigba is going to be in for the touchdown. So at least we're going to put some points on the board, but we are getting demolished right now. And it looks like things were not much better in the second half. So we're going to get murked 38-13, which is probably our most devastating loss of the season. So that will pretty much ruin our chances of getting the #1 seed, but on the bright side, we've already won the division, so we're in the playoffs no matter what. After losing to Kansas City, though, we did finish off the season strong with a win against the Ravens and the Titans, so we're gonna go 12-5 to win the division. And to start off the postseason, we're gonna be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 11-6. And up to this point, it looks like this game has been all defense. I mean, both teams have had 2 drives, and still nobody has been able to score, but hopefully we can change that here. We got to pick this up first, though, because it's 3rd and 3. I think we've got McLaurin, though. That's going to keep us on the field. I'm going to try and run this route right here, though. I feel like Smith-Njigba is probably going to be our best option, but if McLaurin can get some separation, that could... Oh, hold on. I think we're going to have Smith-Njigba. I was going to say if McLaurin got separation, that could have gone for a touchdown. Either way, we're set up pretty good right now. I mean, as long as we don't throw an interception or anything, we should at least be able to kick a field goal. We actually might have the touchdown right here. Stroud's gonna run it in. So it looks like the Texans are gonna get on the board first to start this game off. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though, and it looks like we are up 14-7 right now with possession. So I'm hoping that we can take a 2-score lead. I mean, that run only gave us 2 yards, so I'm just gonna run a simple route here, but if we can get this play to work, which it looks like we are for the first down, I'm gonna try and go for a shot to the end zone. So if Marvin Harrison Jr. or Terry McLaurin gets open here, we might have it, and it looks like nobody's on Marv. So that's gonna put us up by 2 scores. I mean, this game clearly isn't over yet. We still have a lot of football to be played, but things are looking pretty good right now. And after that, it looks like we just kept rolling. So it looks like this Ohio State team is gonna be headed to the next round. And in the divisional round, it looks like we're gonna be taking on the New York Jets. And so far, it looks like we've done a pretty good job at taking care of the Jets. I mean, we're up 21-10 right now. So another touchdown right here might put this thing out of reach. I mean, I know there's still going to be a lot of time on the clock, but our defense has been playing really good today, and clearly the Jets offense has been struggling. And at the moment, I mean, our route to a Super Bowl honestly might be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, because the Ravens and the Chiefs both got upset in the wild card round. So right now our biggest worry is the Buffalo Bills, who would have been my biggest worry either way because they did get the #1 seed. I'm hoping they will lose, but I don't think they will. So as long as we hold on to this lead, we'll probably be heading to Buffalo for our next game. But I'm going to try and go for a shot right here. And it looks like we should have McLaurin open again. This route worked last time, and it looks like it's going to be the same story. So that's another big touchdown from Terry McLaurin to extend our lead. The Jets actually made it really close after that, though. We only won by 8 points. But it doesn't matter, because those 8 points are going to be the reason why we're headed to the AFC Championship game. And just as expected, in the AFC Championship game, we're going to be taking on the 14-3 Bills. And I thought this game was going to be like an all-out war, but so far we've actually done pretty good. I mean, Josh Allen has not scored any points yet, and we're currently in the 3rd quarter, so that's kind of alarming for the Buffalo Bills. I'm honestly going to see if we can get McLaurin open again, though, because he has been really good with the deep ball today. This time he's going to be locked up, though, so I'll just go for Olave, who's going to have a pretty good pickup either way. I'm going to run a slant this time, though. If McLaurin's locked up, I might just go for the tight end, and that's what I'm going to do. too. Our tight end has honestly been like the most surprising thing about this offense, because he's played a lot better than I expected him to, because as I said before, he's only a 70 overall. But anyways, that stop is going to bring up a third down, so I need to get 1 yard to stay on the field. It looks like we're going to have McLaurin again, though. I'm going to try and run this route right here, though, man. I mean, if Smith and Jigba can get away, that would be great, but I feel like he's probably going to be... Oh, hold on. We actually might have that. That's going to be really close. It's knocked away. That might not have been the smartest decision. I probably should have just kept it simple and gone for McLaurin there, but that is going to bring up a third down, so now I need to get 10 yards. I think we have him this time. That was almost picked. So I guess we're going to throw that drive away a little bit. I'm going to take the field goal so we can at least put some points on the board. This definitely isn't a guarantee because it's a pretty long attempt from here, but it looks like we are going to nail it. So that will put another 3 points on the board for us. It looks like this game is going to be coming right down to the wire, though, because Josh Allen has possession right now, and if he scores a touchdown and makes the PAT, that will give the Bills a 1-point lead, which would really suck because that would end our season probably, because we're quickly running out of time right now. So I'm hoping that our defense can get like a takeaway or something here. That would be the best right now. That's going to be another big gain. That clock is really running, though, man. I mean, they've only got 20 seconds left and it's ticking as well. So if this doesn't work out for a touchdown, they'll probably use a timeout. We got the pick, but both feet were not in bounds. I mean, that sucks, bro. That would have been game if we held on to that. Or not held on to it. Obviously, we held on to it. But if we kept the feet in bounds, that would have ended things. Buffalo's going to make it close, man. I mean, this play right here should pretty much decide the game. He's got 10 seconds, so he might be able to get 2 plays in. If he scores a touchdown, though, it's pretty much over because we'll need a Hail Mary. We're going to get... I thought we had it again, but it's knocked away. That is 2 interceptions that we should have had, but instead, Buffalo still has a chance to walk this game off. The longer that we keep Josh Allen on the field, I feel like the more dangerous he's gonna get, but he threw an absolute brick. So this is gonna be the final play. I mean, I don't want to overdo it with the man coverage, but up to this point, man coverage has been working really well. They're gonna score a touchdown though, man, so that's probably gonna end our season. I mean, if we can somehow block the PAT attempt, that would be amazing, but if not, we're only gonna have 1 play to try and score a touchdown. So I guess we gotta try and pull off a Hail Mary miracle if we want to go to the Super Bowl, but it's looking like that's probably not gonna be the case. Sometimes we get lucky, so I'm hoping maybe there will be like a pass interference call, but there's nothing. That's gonna end our season. I mean, Buffalo had a really slow start to the game, but they obviously showed up in the second half, so Josh Allen's gonna send us home. I mean, either way, I really can't be too upset because we did still have an incredible season, but to end off the video, it looks like Patrick Mahomes is gonna be winning MVP, and after beating us, it looks like Buffalo ended up losing to the Lions in the Super Bowl. So it looks like Detroit is finally gonna get a well-deserved Lombardi trophy, but that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel, and if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can, and while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got my Instagram and everything linked in my description, but other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.